In the serene pastures where sunlight dances upon the grass, a haunting sight emerges, a majestic white horse, its coat gleaming like freshly fallen snow. Yet, upon closer inspection, a gruesome affliction mars its beauty. A horrific barnacle wound, gaping and raw, festers on its flank, a grotesque reminder of nature's darker side. How did this noble creature, once the symbol of grace and freedom, become a canvas for such an unsettling invasion? The answer lies in the insidious world of barnacle infestation, a topic that might make even the most stoic stomach churn. Barnacles, those seemingly innocuous crustaceans, are often associated with the ocean's depths, clinging to rocks and ships. However, in a twist of fate, they can also latch onto unsuspecting land animals, particularly when conditions are ripe for their growth. In this case, the white horse, perhaps drawn to a damp environment or a muddy pasture, became an unwitting host. As barnacles attach themselves to the horse's skin, they begin to burrow, creating painful wounds that ooze and fester. The horse, once in the shadowy depths of the forest, where the sunlight barely penetrates the thick canopy, a haunting sight emerges. A deer, once a symbol of grace and beauty, now marred by a grotesque affliction. Its flank is a canvas of horror, a barnacle wound that tells a chilling tale of nature's darker side. The barnacles, those seemingly innocuous crustaceans, have taken hold of the deer, embedding themselves into its flesh with a tenacity that is both fascinating and repulsive. As we delve deeper into this unsettling phenomenon, we uncover the grim reality of barnacle infestation, a process that transforms a majestic creature into a living host for these marine parasites. Barnacles, typically found clinging to rocks and ships, have an insatiable appetite for attachment. In this case, they have found an unusual host in the deer, likely due to a rare encounter with contaminated water sources or an unfortunate dip in a brackish marsh. Once they latch on, they begin to burrow into the skin, creating open wounds that ooze with infection. The deer, unable to shake off this unwanted burden, suffers in silence, its body a battleground of flesh and crustacean. The barnacles thrive, feeding on the deer's nutrients, while the deer's health deteriorates, a grim reminder of the relentless cycle of life and death in the natural world. As we observe this tragic spectacle, we are forced to confront the uncomfortable truth about our relationship with nature. In the heart of the unforgiving Himalayas, a haunting tale unfolds, one that intertwines beauty with horror, a stark reminder of nature's cruel indifference. Here, we meet the snow leopard, a majestic creature known for its elusive grace and breathtaking prowess. But today, this feline hunter bears a grim affliction, a parasitic flower wound, grotesque and sinister. This is not just any flower. It is a carnivorous bloom, its tendrils burrowing into the snow leopard's flesh, feeding on its very essence. The sight is shocking, a delicate yet deadly plant that thrives not in the lushness of a garden, but in the rugged, icy terrain, where it preys on the unsuspecting. As we delve deeper, we discover the snow leopard's plight is compounded by an infestation of barnacles, those stubborn marine creatures that cling to anything they can find. Imagine the horror: a land-dwelling predator, its body adorned with a crusty layer of barnacles, each one a test. In the heart of the African savanna, where the sun scorches the earth and the air is thick with the scent of wild grasses, a chilling tale unfolds, a story of survival, pain, and the unexpected horrors that nature can unleash. Picture a leopard, the epitome of grace and power, prowling through its territory with a confidence that commands respect. But today, this majestic creature is not the epitome of strength. Instead, it bears a ghastly wound that tells a story of a brutal encounter with nature's smallest but most formidable adversaries, bees. The wound is a horrific sight, a gaping hole swarmed by a mass of buzzing, angry insects. The leopard's sleek coat is matted with blood and remnants of the hive, a gruesome testament to a battle fought in the shadows of the tall grass. As the camera zooms in, the viewer is drawn into the gruesome reality of this encounter. How did this happen? What forces of nature conspired to bring such suffering upon this magnificent predator? The answer lies in the complex web of life that exists in the wild. Bees, often seen as harmless pollinators, can become relentless attackers when their hive is threatened. In this case, the leopard, perhaps seeking a meal or investigating a disturbance, unwittingly provoked the wrath of a colony. The bees, defending their home, retaliated with a ferocity that belies their small size. The leopard, usually a master of stealth, found itself overwhelmed. The sting of a single bee is painful, But imagine the agony of hundreds, thousands, swarming and penetrating the skin, injecting venom that sears and burns. The leopard's cries echo through the savannah, a haunting sound that reverberates in the still air, a reminder that even the mightiest can fall prey to the smallest. As the bees continued their assault, the leopard's instinct kicked in. It thrashed and clawed, trying to escape the torment, but the hive was relentless. The wound, now a festering mass, becomes a breeding ground for infection, a dark and sinister reminder of the encounter. The buzzing chorus of the bees is a chilling soundtrack to this gruesome scene, a reminder of nature's cruelty and the delicate balance of life and death. In the aftermath, the leopard limps away, a shadow of its former self, carrying not just the physical scars of the battle, but also the psychological toll of a near-fatal encounter. Now, let's delve deeper into the phenomenon of bee infestations. These insects, often underestimated, play a critical role in our ecosystem. They pollinate plants, ensuring the survival of countless species, including those that humans rely on for food. However, when bees feel threatened, their survival instincts kick in, and they can become a lethal force. The leopard's wound is not just a physical injury, it represents a clash of survival instincts in the wild. The bees, defending their hive, and the leopard, fighting for its life, are both players in a brutal game dictated by nature's laws. The infestation of bees on the leopard is a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of life. The leopard, a top predator, is not invincible. It is part of a larger ecosystem where every creature, no matter how small, plays a role. The bees, in their fury, highlight the fragility of life and the consequences of encroaching on another's territory. This incident serves as a metaphor for human existence. How often do we invade the habitats of other species, only to face the consequences of our actions? The leopard's wound is a grotesque reminder of the balance that must be maintained in nature, a balance that humans often disrupt in their quest for progress and expansion. As we ponder this dark tale, it becomes clear that while nature can be brutal, it is also a teacher. The leopard, though wounded, will carry on, adapting to the scars of its encounter. It is a testament to resilience in the face of adversity. But what of humanity? We, too, face our own battles with nature. As we continue to encroach upon the habitats of countless species, we must ask ourselves, are we prepared for the consequences? Will we, like the leopard, find ourselves overwhelmed by the very forces we seek to control? The moral of this story is not just about survival. It is a call to recognize our place in the natural world. As we navigate our lives, let us remember the lessons taught by this unfortunate leopard and its horrific beehive wound. Nature is not just a backdrop to our existence. It is a complex, living entity that demands respect and understanding. And perhaps, just perhaps, we should think twice before poking the hive.